This year, 35 million Americans will move from one address to another, from apartment, condo, townhome, or house. And how they do it is as varied as the location they move to. Now, whether packing up the car, making countless trips, to gathering your buddies and renting a truck, or to hiring a professional moving company, no two approaches are alike. Carefully decide how viable moving yourself really is. Do you have those you can truly count on when the day comes? This may be a good time to start researching moving companies.
When you're looking to choose a mover, the best things to do, number one, would be to go to the internet, do a thorough search on Yelp or Google. Look into the reviews of each mover you're thinking of selecting, and you should choose at least 3 movers to come in and give you a written estimate in home. When you're looking through their reviews before you select those movers, you should make sure that there's not a lot of overcharging after the fact, or that the men were not helpful or not polite. Also, realtors or word of mouth is always the best. A friend moved with this company, or a relative, etc. When you're ready to choose a mover for your estimate, you'll have the estimator for each company come in to your house for an in-home viewing, which is required by the states for the protection of the consumer. And this way the mover will be familiar with what you have in your home to move, so he can give you an accurate estimate, because there's many variables to each move. You can't call up the mover and just say, I have an 8-room house to move, because every home is different. Some homes have a lot of delicate items to move, and some are very basic. If you've decided to do your own packing rather than have the mover do the packing for you, which is going to save you money, of course, in the long run, you're best to buy your packing material at a big box store. You know, as much packing as you can do will, of course, definitely save you money during your move. There will be certain things that the mover will probably have to assist in packing, such as large flat TVs, if you have any granite tops, glass shelves. You know, there's many options on how these things could be moved. So let's say you're thinking about doing a move yourself and not hiring a professional mover. You will have to rent a vehicle unless you happen to have a large enough truck. You'll have to pay per day for that truck, and it's probably going to be more than one day. You'll have to rent moving blankets. And then if you have your friends or buddies assist you, or you decide to hire some people off the street, let's say, nobody's insured. So let's say your friend hurts his back. He's going to ask you to please pay for my chiropractor or any other health issues I might have. Also, if they break your items, all they can do is turn around and say, sorry, pal, I didn't mean to do it, because remember, they're helping you. Some people will want to move the boxes on their own and let the mover move all the furniture, and that is fine. But also, you should find out how much it is to do the move with everything and with just the furniture only, because you might realize at the end of you moving all the boxes that you kind of wasted your time, and the mover really could have did it for a budget that you could afford.
You never thought it would get here, but the big day has finally arrived, and the feeling is finally back in your wrist after signing all those closing documents.
Moving day was hectic, but not chaotic. It was organized, it was syncretic. They got in, they knew what they had to do. They brought everything here, and my wife said, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. Done. I was shuffled out of the way. The reason why I chose a professional as to move it, and instead of trying to move it myself, is number one, I couldn't move it myself. There was way too much stuff. A lot of it was very valuable. I needed someone that I could trust to know that my furniture, paintings, artwork, everything would be handled with white gloves.
And you're down to just a few last details. Check the mover's inventory list so nothing gets lost in transit. Give a final walkthrough inside and out to assure nothing is left behind. If you have valuables, mementos, things that you're really worried about keeping track of, it's probably a good idea to move those yourself. Arrange to change locks, and have contacted the landlord to do so when you arrive at your new address. And then, a final farewell to the neighbors. Oh yeah, almost forgot, one last thing on your list. It's time to start planning your housewarming party.